Oh, hello there, everyone. Hello. Welcome to another Chatting with Doug. I realized that because of the chaos of last week, I forgot to introduce myself because some people on YouTube probably haven't seen me on a video in a long time. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people on YouTube assuming I was Tamara when I'm not.
I was gonna say, Heather, don't you read the internet? You're my wife, obviously. Come on. You ever see a woman with Doug? It's his wife.
No, Doug, I'm Rachel. Duh.
That's right.
Okay, but I'm Heather. I do occasionally work on Nostalgia Critic. I used to be on Top 5 and a bunch of other shows that were on the channel, also YouTube channel.
She
But
was a
now,
mean she-go in the Kim Possible review.
yeah, I was just in the Superman review, but I had
That's
one
true.
line.
Yeah.
It's a plane! And that's it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, hello. Welcome. I am now like our live streaming specialist. So
Yeah.
I mainly have worked on Twitch, but now we're bringing it to the wonderful people of YouTube as well. So I see we already have a whole bunch of questions lined up here. So let me get to the rules so that we can start. Reading some of these questions. Sorry, someone in YouTube chat. OMG, hi, Ayana. All right, you got me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's get to some of these rules. First and foremost, we give priority to bit messages and super chats since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, we really hope we're going to be able to get to some highlighted questions on Twitch or some other questions on YouTube as well. But highlighting a comment or a question does not guarantee on Twitch that we're going to see it or read it. And we do have everything still set to 500 bits on Twitch, and as the bot is in chat and reminding people on YouTube, we are going to prioritize $5 and up super chats, and then possibly go back to ones that are less than $5. Again, we super appreciate it. Please just understand it's because we have such a large volume of questions, and we are trying to just find a way to facilitate some of these questions here. Okay? Great.
It's a lot. We barely made it last time, so yeah.
Absolutely. We barely made it last time with these exact same rules and layouts and whatever. And if anything, I'm really hoping that by having it set to $5 and 500 bits, we'll have more time for free questions in the chat, and then no one has to pay for anything. You know what I mean? That's the best way to do it, right? Anyway, please do not repeat yourself over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. That kind of applies to bit messages and super chats as well. We do get behind, sometimes up to an hour behind, but I have a list and it is very rare that we actually miss any of the super chats or bits. Just have some patience and we will get to it, okay? Please watch the length of your question. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is that we're going to miss the point, and we do not have the time to repeat it. So short and to the point is better. That does also apply to parts. If you absolutely have to split up your message into multiple parts of a message, limit it to 3 max. Again, we just tend to lose the points, and we don't have time to then figure out what the heck you're talking about and go back and all that jazz. Please, no spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance yet to see things like Dune 2 or The Bad Batch or any new media that's out there. Generally, we just keep this rule to newer media. If it's older media, like, I mean, at this point, if you don't know who Darth Vader is, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could also live under that rock, but I don't. And most people do not.
But that includes Final Fantasy VII. Don't
Oh yeah, because Doug is currently playing Final Fantasy VII.
I legit don't know what happens in that game. I'm the
He
one
doesn't.
asshole.
I don't know how you've lived under this rock in
Tamara
nerd
didn't either, I
culture.
found out. Tamara didn't know either. So yeah.
No way.
And she's more of a gamer than I am. So
I can't believe that. I can't even believe that. Cool, awesome. I lost track of my groove. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't swear on YouTube. We learned that one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I gotta remember that too.
This is more of a reminder to myself and to Doug.
Yeah, and me. Yeah, no, thanks for the reminder.
YouTube.
What the f do they know?
What did they know? Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I haven't mentioned this before. to YouTube because Twitch, we've been through this a couple of times. Um, Please save your actual bit messages and your super chats until the stream actually starts. I will respect today. I see someone gave a super chat literally 15 minutes before we went
Wow.
live. Please don't do that. I don't want this to start being a game where people are lining up like up to a half an hour or whatever ahead of
Yeah, to
time.
where we can't even get, like, the stream starts and nobody that's there can ask their question. It's all
Exactly.
people, like, got there too early.
Exactly.
Pre-ordered the question.
So I'm going to respect that now. And yeah. But next time, no. Anyway, Brady, thank you for that $5 super chat. Appreciate it. A movie you should review is the assassination, wow, I can't speak, of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, and maybe a first viewing with Rob.
I never did see it. I just know the scene, that they did with Yogi Bear where they recreate, I'm assuming the ending of it. Chaplin didn't like it, though, because he doesn't like when anything bad happens to animals that can talk, so very sad for him. But I'll try to look it over. I don't know if it'll be a review, because I don't know if anyone will watch that, but I'll look it over.
Right. Salmara, thank you for that 13-month subscription on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What is your favorite hop pop moment?
Trying to think. From Amphibia. I don't know. I kind of want to say it's one of the more serious moments because he can have such a goofy sounding voice. Well, literally goofy voices him, but when he really has to talk serious, he can pull that off very well too. I like how the time it takes for the main character to kind of forgive him. Like, they have their half-hour episode where they make up at the end, but then by the next episode, like, she's still not fully on board. She hasn't forgiven him yet, and the acting from both of them I thought was really on point. I thought that was such a smart idea to not end it in a half hour. It actually is dragged out a little bit, so I think the acting from both of them there was pretty good.
Movie Mike, thank you. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on Father of the Bride, both the Steve Martin and Spencer Tracy version?
I never saw the Spencer Tracy version. I should, because I do like, it's funny. I saw it again. I don't think it holds up as well as I remember. I'm kind of watching Steve Martin being like, no, it wasn't even Steve Martin. Everyone's just kind of a little off in the movie. I'm like, he's overreacting, but some of the stuff he's talking about is legit. I thought Diane Keaton went along way too quick with everything, and I'm like, he's too obsessive. She's way too laid back, but they act like everything is on him. And I'm like, I don't know. I disagree with a few things in there, but still some good comedy, still some good heart. I remember it still being all right.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. If you ever do an NC for Dune 2, here's a joke for you on a silver platter. I won't spoil the whole scene, but when Josh Brolin says, "For my Duke," show that old video of him on the toilet.
Timing!
I think I might have missed that clip. I will, I guess, go looking for it, though I don't want to.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on The Hard Way, starring Michael J. Fox and James Woods?
It's the first time I heard, speaking of swear words you can't use, we watched it on TV. It's the first time I heard the edit for Son of a Bitch, which was slug in a ditch. And I love that. It's the dumbest, like, what? But we absolutely love that. The rest of the movie I remember being okay, but I mainly remember it for that replacement of a swear just being so strange.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you watch Iwaju yet? And if so, what are your thoughts?
I started it. I didn't get that far yet.
I was chosen today!
So far, but again, I didn't get that far yet. It was only like where the kid wakes up. It's like, what a great day, So I mean, that's not very far. He hasn't even met the lizard yet. So I'll keep watching it though. It'll probably be a good Disney December review.
FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts on the Oscars, including the Danny DeVito / Arnold Schwarzenegger / Michael Keaton Batman sketch.
So we didn't watch it live. I had no interest anyway. I find them usually pretty boring, but I did watch some stuff afterwards. I did see that bit. It was worth it for Keaton's reaction, and then just Arnold over and over saying "son of a beach, son of a beach." That just made me laugh so hard. Like just Arnold Schwarzenegger at the Oscars saying that over and over just really cracked me up. So I thought that was all right. Everything I heard about it, I heard it like it was okay. Like as the Oscars go, it
I
wasn't
was
awful. It
frozen
wasn't
today.
great. It was like yeah, that was fine.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey guys, what did you think about Columbia Pictures re-releasing every live-action Spider-Man film for a week to celebrate 100 years, and DreamWorks doing the same thing with Shrek 2 to celebrate its 20th anniversary?
Huh. Are they doing all the Shrek movies or just Shrek 1? I'm curious.
I am unsure.
It's weird that that's the one I'm more curious about than the Spider-Man movies. I really do like the second one. It's cool. I remember seeing them on the big screen pretty well, so I don't know if it's something where I need to go back and watch them. But it's a whole generation of people that hasn't seen on the big screen, so they can watch that first one and admire even more how bad the effects are.
Chad is specifying it's just Shrek 2.
Just Shrek 2. Oh. Actually, I might check that out because I do remember seeing it on the big screen, but I enjoyed it so much I wouldn't mind seeing it again. Actually.
Elite, thank you for the 19-month subscription on Twitch. Really appreciate that. Hello, Heather and Doug. Hope you both are doing well. I just wanted to say thank you for 19 amazing months. You crazy lot. Always make me laugh. I just wanted to share one of my favorite Superman quotes from Lois and Clark. Jesus Christ, Heather. Superman is what I can do. Clark is who I am. Thanks again for everything. Oh, and 19 months, baby. Had to censor myself there. Thanks, YouTube.
But that's thank you so much. And I remember liking the show for what it was. I remember liking Lois and Clark. Okay, like it was a charming little romantic show. I feel like that's what what's that animated one, like My Life with Superman or what's it called?
Yeah, My Adventures with Superman. It's really cute.
like reminds me of that, like the live action version of that. It's always kind of good that a version like that just be around somewhere.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Top 11 suggestion, best Daria episodes.
Again, I don't know how many people would click on it. I could see maybe doing that as like a vlog review or something like that, but it might be an idea there.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on the six-headed shark attack 2018?
We saw that one,
We
right?
did that for a watch party. We did, on Twitch.
I thought it was a lot of fun. As soon as you see that thing walking on the beach, I just started howling. That was so fucking funny. So gosh darn funny. Gosh darn it in the butt.
Oh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. What was the most gross out WTF scene from The Boys? With YouTube censor standards.
No, actually, honestly, it's probably not the grossest. I don't know. It's the grossest to me. Him eating, was it the squid or the octopus? Not even because it's like alive and everything. It's a, disturbing scene. It's supposed to be disturbing, but I don't know. Just seeing that thing hang out his mouth and everything is like, and I like eating squid, but just when it's alive and still moving, it's like, it's pretty nasty.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. How would you rate these 4 Gravity Falls characters? Grunkle Stan, Old Man McGucket, Bill Cipher, and Seuss.
Grunkle Stan, Bill Cipher, Seuss, and the old man person.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Top 3 favorite Simpsons guest stars who played themselves. For me, it's Leonard Nimoy, Mickey Rooney, and James Woods.
Leonard Nimoy would be on there. Adam West, I thought was pretty great. Trying to think what other. I'll throw in a twist. Michael Jackson, because he does and doesn't play himself in that episode. I kind of like that.
Interesting. At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Nostalgia Ween for The Invisible Man 2020. That director's version of The Wolfman is coming this October. After all, it would be fun to watch an invisible Tamra try to murder everybody.
Man. I mean, I could talk about it for a while. I really don't know. I almost don't know how I can make it funny. Like, I would have to do a sketch on it, but it was so good. It's one of those where when people talk about what's one of the best horror films of the past 20 years or whatever, I kind of forget about that one. And then I look back, I'm like, yes, how could I forget? Like, it's almost so obvious that I forget about it. I don't know. maybe there's an idea in there. I don't know. I'll look it over again. It deserves to be talked about a lot more, definitely. I'll write it down.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, how far are you into the Ghost and Molly McGee, and what are your thoughts?
I'm at the one where they get kicked out of the house, but they get back into the house. I was really surprised that wasn't the last episode of that season. It seems like that would be the last episode, but it's still going, I guess. A couple more episodes left. But yeah, no, still liking it.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. How about an NC on Megamind 2?
Maybe just for the absolute hate it's been getting. Like it's currently at 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is impressive. I'm not even sure where is it on Paramount Plus? Is it on Peacock? I'm not even sure where it is.
I don't even know.
I would need a hard copy of it. That's always the thing we like to have, because if we review it, but somebody's like, "Wait, but you literally took it from a streaming service." It's like, well, yeah, hard to. I mean, we're still reviewing it, but it does make it trickier to make the argument. So if there's a hard copy of it somewhere, maybe I will.
Chad is specifying it's on Peacock.
It is okay, but not a hard copy. I'm assuming. So yeah. So probably not then.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about Owl House. Before the show was cut short and the story needed to be changed, the collector didn't exist. That makes me wonder what the original story was.
Yeah, it's so funny because I actually like the collector a lot more. I actually thought that character was really cool, and I kind of thought that should be the main villain. So yeah, now I am curious what the original idea was. Yeah, I don't know.
Tiff Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. I won't be here for the stream. My mother coming back from vacation, so I won't be chatting with Doug today. Bye. See you all next week.
Oh, well, thank you regardless, and say hi to your mom.
Logan, that sounds dirty.
I made myself.
The second you said it.
That doesn't sound as bad as it just sounded in my head. Then we start laughing. I'm like, yeah, it did. God damn it. Say hi anyway.
Say hi to your mom. Logan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can you review a Masaki Yuasa film like Mind Game? I know, I butchered that.
I looked that up. Oh, I don't.
I was frozen today.
Interesting. Okay, I will try to look up more stuff from this filmmaker. Looks kind of funky.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Freak Show Cinema suggestion, Space is the Place, 1974. It's one of the earliest Afrofuturist movies, and it gets pretty bonkers. It should be available to stream on Max. Maybe review it with Malcolm.
What's it called? Space is the Place?
Space is the Place, 1974.
Huh. Space is the Place. I have not heard of that. Ooh, it looks funky. What the hell is this? All right, I'm watching this one way or another. I don't know if I'll review it, but I'm definitely going to watch it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Scooter from the Muppets?
He's fine. Does anyone really have an opinion on Scooter?
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. I couldn't believe that's why your Tarzan review was age restricted. This is how you G YouTube. This is how you G.
We still don't know. Honestly, they never told us. We're just assuming that's what it is, but we're not, because like I think we got one answer once. It was in the Hunchback review, and we asked, and they actually got back to us quickly. We're kind of surprised. And it was a South Park quote that was in there where Cartman says the F word a couple times back to back, and we found, oh, you can say it, but you can't say it too close together. Now we're finding out you can't even say it. So yeah, it's that's just our guess. It hasn't been hit yet, so hopefully that's right.
FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts on the movie The Brown Bunny?
I know more about the controversy around it when it came out between the filmmaker and Roger Ebert and that whole story than I do the actual movie. I heard that he re-edited it, and Ebert actually reviewed it again and said, yeah, actually it's pretty good now.
I was frozen today.
Because before he said it was like the worst film the Sundance Film Festival ever showed. So, so I know more about that than the actual film.
Nick Barrett, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you wearing plaid pants too, Doug? Is this the return of our beautiful Doug the Plaid Lad? Is it Doug the Plaid Lad?
Rape him!
Oh, no.
I'm a monster.
You are. You are. FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts / nostalgia for the movie Disturbia?
I don't think I saw that one. Let me. I know the name. Hold on. Disturbia. Let me see. No, I haven't seen that one. I've had people recommend it before, so I don't know if it's supposed to be good or bad, but I guess I should see it at some point.
Sebastian, thank you for the $5 super chat. For upcoming Nostalgia Ween, would you review Stephen Sommers' Deep Rising or Hollow Man from Paul Verhoeven, given history reviewing director's films?
Maybe. I haven't seen either of them. Hollow Man looks like a more fun bad movie than Deep Rising. I just don't get into that guy's bad movies. Even when they're,
today.
supposed to be bad, I still don't get that into them. But Hollow Man, maybe. I never have seen that one either.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Spectacular Spider-Man, what do you think of Josh Keaton? He's my favorite actor to play the part.
He's really good. I was looking forward to seeing him grow up throughout the show because I thought he did a pretty good young voice that sounded like it was kind of slowly getting older. It's a shame they couldn't go further with that. They still can. I mean, Disney's got it, man. They're doing X-Men 97. Why not bring back Spectacular Spider-Man?
Kevin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is it strange that Freakazoid is always running around near bus stops as if he's training for a marathon? Do you think he has found a new career?
Sure. I mean, I guess flying is out of the question, so why not take the bus?
Spike Bebop, thank you for the $10 super chat. I really loved Legend of Korra and how it advanced the Avatar world. What's your favorite part of the show?
Man, my favorite part. Amon was pretty cool. I also like when it goes more into the backstory of like the original Avatars, like how it all started. And there's one scene that's like, it's a really anxiety provoking scene where some character, because the Avatars can connect to the past Avatars. I forget which villain is doing it, but like they're getting rid of like all the connections. Like every time they hit her, like you see like one of the Avatars just disappearing, like you can't connect with them anymore. Just every boom, another one disappear, another one disappear. You can never talk to these people again, and the future Avatars won't be able to talk to them again either. It's just like this, the more she gets hit, the more they disappear, and it's just like this, oh god. Like
I was frozen
it was surprisingly very anxiety provoking, which I think is the idea.
Matt, thank you for the $10 super chat. Which version of Superman 2, Donner's with the gun or Lester's with the tripping into fire? Not sure if you were asked or gave thoughts on it yet.
I actually like the one in the Lester version. I know what they were going for with the game. In fact, that was actually the audition that they did with a bunch of different Lois Lanes was the shooting the gun at Superman. It's not a bad scene, just the other one. I rarely use this word, is so romantic. It's a very, very romantic moment. And the chemistry between them in that scene where there's not a bunch of effects. There's not a bunch of, haha, tricked you, tricked me. I mean, it's just, he fell in and he's like, no, it's not worth it anymore. And they just really talk in that moment. It just feels so real, bizarrely. I really, really love that moment.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. So glad Q&A 3-6, not a one-time thing. My questions will be marked burning critic questions. To commemorate the 25th anniversary of Galaxy Quest in December, would you review or do a what you never knew for it?
Oh, I didn't know it was in December. That's funny. I was
frozen.
I mean, I still am. I am going to review it. I didn't know it was in December, though. I was going to do that like coming up. I guess I still can. But yeah, because I like that movie. I think it's fun. I never quite got the obsession other people have for it. So I want to go back and watch it again and kind of see if I understand it a little bit more.
Thank you for the $6 super chat. What did you think of art done during the mid-2000s when you were popular? What do you think of Andrew Dobson? I think he did some artwork for AVGN.
I'd have to look up who that is. I'm so sorry. In terms of art, don't know. I mean, they're all masterpieces, obviously, with this hideous mug on there. I mean, just the abstractness of trying to get any of this face on paper is both haunting and beautiful and beautifully haunting. So, it's all great. No, that's honestly one of the coolest. People say, like, there's always two. They say, when did you know you made it, as a YouTuber? And I'm like, there's always two things. The biggest one is when you can make a living at, when you're getting a paycheck for it. That is a biggie. But the other is when people start dressing up like you, and when they start doing fan art of you, that is just it's still like I can't believe that's happening. I can't
Mhm.
believe I live in a world where people do that. That's just like the coolest friggin' thing to me.
I don't know what it was, but there was like something soul not soul hearting, but like heart melting. When someone, after you had just started playing Kingdom Hearts, someone came through and we were at Grand Rapids and had you and me sign their copy of Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, oh my god, I've made it. No, just kidding. I'm signing people's copies of Kingdom Hearts. No.
No, it's a really cool thing. Like when people like to sign stuff and everything, it's really cool. I never want to lose track of how like really truly cool and unique, not unique. How rare that is for people just on planet Earth in general. It just makes you appreciate more and more of how lucky you are.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will you be doing your Has Been Hotel review this week?
I'm literally editing it right now. After this, I'm gonna go back to editing it.
Fire Tower, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the Nissan
I was
Epic commercial
frozen
yet on
today.
YouTube?
Nissan.
Nissan.
Oh, wait.
Nissin. I believe they're a Japanese
That's right.
food.
Somebody asked before. I guess I have. No, wait. Did somebody bring this up?
Someone
Maybe.
had brought it up before, yes.
Okay, that's so fun because I'm not recognizing this imagery. Maybe I wrote down, forgot to look it up. Okay, I have it in my little tab here, so I will look it up.
Brady Wells, thank you for the $10 super chat. Excuse me. Never
I
gonna
was
give you
frozen
up,
today.
never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, Doug. Yeah, that's it.
Wow, I got a question that rickrolled me. Okay, gotta respect that.
Yep. Ruben, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, have you seen Poor Things? It's an absolute must watch for anyone who likes Gilliam and Burton like we know that you do.
Not yet, and I do like that director's stuff. Like even like I liked about half of the Lobster movie, but I liked all of the Favorite, and everyone says this is like the guy's best work is Poor Things. So I'm really curious to check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What is your favorite Amity and Luce moment?
Do I go cliche and say the dance? I might say the dance. No, actually, I like when they again, kind of spoilers, but I mean, I like when they finally figure out that they both put together that they like each other. It's the one that's like the Hootie is like helping everybody with their problems, and you think it's going to be a filler episode, but it's actually a really important episode. And yeah, I don't know. I like it because you think they're just going to drag it out even more, and it's going to be so painful, but that's the episode where they actually do kind of both figure out that they have feelings for each other, and I really like that.
Deadshot, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, are you excited for the new Alien movie directed by, I know I'm going to mess this name up, Fede Alvarez, director of Evil Dead 2013? What are your thoughts if you have any?
I didn't even know that. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I did like that Evil Dead remake. I'm not gonna say like it was great or anything, but it was good. It kept my attention. Again, you're remaking something that everyone in the world was like, you shouldn't remake this. And after people saw it, they're like, it wasn't that bad. All right. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what spin he gives to it, because that was a unique enough. That guy has a unique enough vision that I think he could do something pretty cool with that.
Jason, thank you for the $10 super chat. Behind the scene question, in the beginning of your career as the critic, was your brother and family welcoming towards it, or did they have doubts, as some family do? Keep up the great work.
I think my family already knew I was trying to make a living as an illustrator, so I was already doing something a little like kind of risky, but it was starting to make money. So, and they're both musicians, my folks, so I mean, they know there's a lot of risk involved, and they try to be supportive, but realistic as well. And I think Rob was kind of half and half. He liked that it was. I think everyone at the beginning, including Rob a little bit, had this mindset that it's cool that this is working and you're very talented and everything, but you're just sitting around watching movies. Come on, it's not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not doing like a real job. It's not that hard. That now people kind of know this takes a lot of work and everything. But at the beginning, everyone just kind of assumed, yeah, your dinky little camera, just putting clips in there and blah, blah, blah. But whenever somebody tries it, that's when they figure out, oh, this is rough. or at the very least, it takes a lot of time to do, and it's really hard to devote that much time to it, to do it right, to do it well, or even not that well. It just takes a lot of time. So he very quickly opened up to that. And I think when he started helping writing them out more, he was seeing it more and more too. Because he would make jokes all the time about it. It's just like, I keep forgetting a real job, doing real hard work and stuff. I mean, about a couple months in, I think he put together, it's like, oh, this is really pretty hard, isn't it? So yeah, they all, in one way or another, they're all very supportive. And of course, Rob always gave me great material, still is giving me great material to work with in terms of his writing.
Chris, thank you for the $5 super chat. Why do you always reference cartoons so much? If something in a live action film is silly, you call it a cartoon. Why not become a cartoon reviewer?
Oh, sometimes I do. I thought about it. Like, man, like the Disney episodes usually do really well. Should I just review Disney, or animation usually does well? Should I just review animation? But I like it all. I have you can tell, I really like cartoons and drawings and stuff like that. I have a great respect for them. But I have a great respect for live action cinema too. And I don't know if I would now I can't because it's just part of who I am now and everything. It's like, no, if I can review them all, why not review them all?
Ty, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will you ever make a full-blown Nostalgia Critic episode on Has Been Hotel?
Oh, Nostalgia Critic?
Yeah.
Probably not. I am doing an untitled review show on it, though. I'm curious what people's reactions to it are going to be. I like it. It's a very positive review, but there's a little asterisk in it that I'm really curious to see how people respond to.
Big Boss, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will we ever see Melvin, brother of the Joker, ever again?
We did that sketch. I love that people still remember that sketch. That just
How could we forget, Doug?
I love it. I love that it haunts people's nightmares even to this day. But during it might have even been our first charity stream, we said we reached, I think it was for the Ronald McDonald House, and we said if we reach a certain goal, we'll kill Melvin, brother of the Joker. And we reached this, so I went and live, I got in the outfit and everything. I go, hi, everybody. Hi. And just like everyone that was there, like, stabbed me to death. And I'm like, is this how I die? And so, I don't know, in a strange way, it feels wrong to bring him back. Like, no,
I was frozen
you should just
today.
stay dead.
Meggie Alexis, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever seen the original Wolfman and its remake? Each one has pros and cons to both. Maybe consider it as an old versus new.
I don't know if many people would watch it. I have seen both. The original's much better, and I want to like that remake because there is a lot of passion behind him. Benicio del Toro said he always wanted to play the Wolfman, but he bizarrely plays it very boring, which is so strange. And the makeup isn't anything to really scream home about, but there's good atmosphere to it, and it looks great. I like Hugo Weaving in it. So it's not bad. It's just not good, if that makes sense. The original is far better.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on Death Proof?
That's the driving one, right? Let me see.
I believe so.
Death Proof. Yeah, I thought it was okay until the ending where it got great. That ending was just so funny and ended at just the right moment. And that friggin' stunt with the woman on the edge of the car there, man. That's just so cool that that was really her, and she's both a stunt woman and an actress. That was just so awesome. Those chases were so cool. So yeah, it was good, but then although I feel like people might be switched on, they might love the first 2/3 and maybe not like how goofy the last third gets. But yeah, I had a ball with it.
Matt Movies, thank you for the $5 super chat. Any plans on Bring Back Real Thoughts or First Look? I'm missing you and Rob talking about movies.
We were going to do a first viewing on the first movie we're watching after Super Month, but the fatigue hit me really bad, and I'm just like, I can't focus. I'm going to just, I'm just going to take notes. And to our credit, we didn't have much to say. We weren't throwing many jokes out and stuff like that, but it was one that Rob hasn't seen before. I'm only trying to do them for once I think would be really funny. Our reaction to it could be really, really funny. So yeah, I'm trying to save it for that. And the real thoughts, now the reviews are it's my thoughts just turned up pretty much. So there's not much need for them now.
Lenny Laserdisc, thank you for the $10 super chat. No question, just wanted to say I've been a fan since I was 13 or 14. I'm turning 30 next month. Thank you for all the fun content.
Man, I feel like an old man. I'm old, Gandalf. Yeah, it feels weird. but thank you. Thank you for being a fan for so long.
I had to edit a bleep into one of our alerts, and the first time ever just played, and it just scared the heck out of me.
Funny.
Kevin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Has the next fanscription episode been decided yet? If so, then would you please give us clues as to its nature? Any clues at all?
I think like the full years has been planned. Walter plans them out really, really far ahead. And I can't remember what they are.
I
'cause Walter
know, I
does them.
can't remember either. Loop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello again, Doug. Have you seen any of the VHS horror movies? And if yes, thoughts?
No, they sound interesting because Greg Sestero's actually been in a few movies that he makes with this team that they kind of do these found footage VHS movies, and they're really fun. And I really want to look more into the ones that are done really well. And I hear VHS, the first one at least, is supposed to be pretty decent.
Matthew, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Doug and all. Thanks for the many years of content. Have you thought about reviving some of your old stuff like Pixel Palace?
I don't know if I can do the voice anymore. Actually, that wasn't too bad. But I will say we had an ending for Pixel Palace where it was revealed that he actually wasn't British and he wasn't a bartender, and like he was hiding out from the FBI or something like that. That would explain like why the accent was never that great. But a lot of it now is just, if you saw the review today, I mean, it's just with the different hair, it just looks weird. It looks weird if the character is bald now. So yeah, probably not.
Ricky the Mad Dragon, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Doug. What are the chances of doing NC reviews on some bad movies starring Jackie Chan? A Jackie Chan month?
I mean, yeah, I guess there are some sort of the very kid-centric ones, like Around the World or The Tuxedo and stuff like that. But I haven't seen them. I don't know. Maybe I'll, at the very least, maybe I'll do like a Disney-cember. Because I really do like Jackie Chan. It's always a shame when you see him in something where they're just like, oh, he's wacky. Yeah, your 2-year-old will like this. It's like, that's a martial arts legend, you little. Like, I hate when they do that to him. But yeah, and he can legit act. I love in that last Ninja Turtles movie. He legit puts in a good performance. It's not something like, oh, well, for Jackie Chan, it's good. No, it was legit. It was a good Splinter.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, which Rocco's Modern Life character do you like more, Filbert or Rocco? Rocco, he's the titular character, you know?
I love his voice. I love Rocco's voice.
Caleb, thank you for the 500 bits. My college is putting on their first musical, Avenue Q. I got the call back for Princeton and Trekkie Monster. Sadly, I didn't get cast for any part. Oh, man, but even having a callback is great experience.
That's true. Yeah, that, and it's encouraging too. That means you should keep going with it.
Yeah. Jerry, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hope we see the return of the Casper bit. I have an idea for Walter/Rob fanscription, Batman v Superman with Reeves and Keaton.
Has he not done that yet?
No, he hasn't.
I guess he has. Yeah, he did like The Dark Knight and Henry Cavill. Yeah. Huh. Might be an idea. Yeah, I'll run that past him.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Hollow Man? What are your thoughts? Or Hallow Man? I'm sorry.
Hollow Man. Yeah, I guess that's the that and Get Ready to Rumble. That was another one I got a lot of requests for recently. No, not yet. Maybe I'll watch it for Nostalgia Ween. I forget if I wrote that down.
Market Davenport, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you think we can get a Megamind NC sometime in the future?
Maybe. I did a DreamWorks query on it, and I don't know. It's like Galaxy Quest to me. Like, it's fine. I just never quite obsessed over it the way a lot of other people did. But you know, maybe it's changed. Maybe I've changed. I'll watch it again. I'll be like, oh, like now I see. Now I get it. So maybe. Well, let me write that down. That's not bad.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. I never saw the old Superman movies, but I doubt Lex's plan trying to make his real estate waterfront would have been worthwhile even if it had worked.
I mean, yeah, you don't go to those Superman movies for realism. You go to them for the exact opposite. That is, you know, it's emotions blowing up to this extraordinary max, and that's both, you know, the comedy and the drama and the romance and stuff. So yeah, the character is supposed to be a comedic foil, so it's like his plan should be a little silly.
Sway, thank you for the $10 super chat. How would you rank the animated films in the Disney Renaissance? I don't think we can go through all of them, so maybe give us the top 3.
Yeah, I guess Hunchback, Beauty and the Beast, and I guess Aladdin, maybe?
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Got a perfect Dark Toons episode, Mickey's Garden 1935. It plays out like the movie Sausage Party. Starts off kitty, then the rug is pulled, then dark and disturbing before a short and rushed ending.
I remember seeing it because I got recommendations for it before, and I watched it. Like, it was alright. I guess I didn't find a ton to comment on, so probably not, but maybe I gotta watch it again.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Got a perfect Dark Toons Oh, I just read that, sorry. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What is your favorite Buzz and Woody moment?
That's a good question. I love when Buzz says, even though you tried to terminate me, we do not practice violence on my planet. Oh, that's good to know. But we're not on my planet.
I was
And he
frozen
goes
today.
after him. That was because you really feel like that's going to be your traditional Disney moment. Then when he breaks character there, that is so funny. I also love in the second one when when they're chasing after him on the plane and the hat flies and Buzz grabs it. What's a cowboy without his hat? That's a great moment.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the $5 super chat. How do you feel about Sora AI and its impact on the future of film?
Hey, let me double
It's the
check.
video. It's the
Is that the
video
one where they
AI.
type in like, okay, again, as someone who I really see AI imagery as helpful for like a therapeutic side, I think that can be really interesting. In terms of making money on it, I don't like that. But in terms of inspiring creativity, typing in something and being like, oh, that's giving me an idea. Maybe I can make my own version of this. Like that I'm okay with. So I don't know. It's developing. It's like Jurassic Park. It's just everything's moving so fast and we're running to catch up that we don't know what rules to put in place yet and what's limiting, what's expanding, what should and shouldn't. So it's really rough. I mean, what I lean towards, I think it's what a lot of people lean towards. If you're making money on it, if you're using it to replace artists, I don't like that. And it very clearly why. And it's never going to fully replace. It's never going to be quite as good. But if it's used for as a tool, that's what a lot of people say, to help artists, I see that. Or even just help someone's, like I said, emotional state. It weirdly did help me when I had the fatigue. That I'm down for. But yeah, the idea of replacing artists, replacing actors, replacing all that, I don't think it's a good idea, and I just don't think it'll work. I don't think you can quite replace that human touch.
Foxhound, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, you are super awesome. I started watching you when you did the Twister review. My question is, what's your opinion the new Twister coming this July will hold up without Bill and Helen?
I mean, I didn't even think much of the original film. I will say that I love the title, as if like the first one was only one Twister and this one's like, now there's more than one. It's like, there's always more than one. What, did the Twister like mutate in the sky and come back? I mean, given that screenplay, maybe it did. So I don't know. If they go for the yucks, which they might, maybe it could be fun, but I don't have high hopes for it.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. Seen Wonka?
No, not yet. I'll wait for it to come to Max.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Should more streaming movies get physical releases? If so, which movies would you want? Personally, I'd love a Blu-ray copy of Nimona.
Yes, big time. Well, and I'm someone that my thought is if a movie's good, I stream it, I watch it, I like it. If I really like a movie, I want to own it. I want to have a physical copy. It is mine. Nobody can take it away from me. And I think it's weird people don't have that mentality. I think that's really odd. Even if it's like even with music, like a lot of people give money to a service and they'll download a song. Well, the song is yours now. But like with streaming movies, it's like, well, I can watch Wonka on Max whenever it comes out, but they can take it away anytime they want.
It is already on Max, by the way.
Oh, is it? Well,
yeah.
They can take it away whenever they want. Well, now I gotta watch that movie. but before they take it away, they did that with the Looney Tunes. They took away like half the episode, and I have the Looney Tunes on physical discs, so I can watch it whenever I want. But yeah, if I didn't, I would never have a way to watch like some of the best animation, like of all time. So some best comedy of all time. So yeah, and they put a lot of them back, but it's not the same. It's strange. I really moved big time for at least having, it doesn't have to be a lot, just some physical media of movies, of really anything, movies, songs, everything.
JL, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ever see Static Shock in your thoughts?
No, I started it, and I'm really liking it. I'm maybe like 2 or 3 episodes in. I think when we did the Kids WB retrospect, I heard good things about it, but then when Malcolm was talking about it, I was editing the footage to it, I'm looking over these clips, I'm like, the show looks really good. And they do like a crossover with Batman and stuff like that. I'm like, I should check this out because this actually looks pretty awesome.
Jared, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, you got any rubber walrus protectors?
Call the police. They'll get it.
Peter Parkers, thank you for the $10 super chat. Didn't get a chance to say last week, but way back on your website, I emailed you a request to review Jumanji. Thanks for fulfilling it after 15 years. Keep up the good content.
Well, better late, right?
Tiff Guy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug Walker, are you jealous I'm choosing to spend time with my mother than with you?
You don't return my calls anymore. Next question.
Great. Sebastian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fanscription suggestion. What if Billy Zane played Lex Luthor Sr. to Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Jr. to take over plans against Cavill's Superman?
No. Just Billy Zane. No, keep Eisenberg out of it. Just Billy Zane. Yeah, I saw that post somewhere. It's like, how did this not happen when this actor was right here? And I'm like, that's a really good point. Bryan Cranston was another one I heard, but Zane would have been pretty. They both would have been really good.
JL, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the South Park Pandemic special?
Trying to think, did I see that one? They've had so many specials. Hold on, South Park Pandemic. Is that the one where it jumps to the future? Am I thinking of something else? Maybe I haven't. No, I don't think I have. No, I still gotta check that out then. I will do my best to watch that.
Drew's Aviation, thank you for the £2 super chat. I was frozen today. Thank you for the €10 super chat. Hi, Doug. You reviewed this movie way back in 2011, but do you have an updated thoughts on Brother Bear? I'm curious because you said you're missing 2D animation more and more every day.
It's still gorgeous anime. There's a good, like, 1/3 to 1/2 a good movie in there. It's one of those where I just really wish they could. I wish they could have another go at it, and they wouldn't have Disney giving notes saying, "Well, you got to have this now. Well, now you got to do this. Now you got," because that's what it feels like. It feels like they had an idea, and then Disney, well, you got to have, the comic relief. You got to have the cute little kid here. You have to have, Phil Collins come in and sing this now. Where I'm like, and half those songs are Phil Collins, and he's not, just singing, and they're like beautiful songs. Like they really work. So yeah, it's frustrating because I feel like there's a beautiful film in there somewhere. They just couldn't quite figure it out.
Case, thank you for the $10 super chat. Unpopular opinion, Jurassic Park and the Lost World should be remade into a mini-series to follow the Michael Crichton novels closer. To hell with Jurassic World.
I could see like a direct-to-stream, like a 3 or 4 part minis. It's not a bad idea because the book is very different, and more stuff happens in them. The characters are very different. I can't be down for that, actually. The big thing would be, the big moments like the T-Rex getting out. That like you would have to do that different enough that would justify it being made, and do something at the very least about the same level as the original. But I don't know. There's weirdly kind of an idea in there.
Kevin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you considered reviewing The Legend of Tarzan? I know it isn't historically accurate, but it does have some appeal.
Legend of Tarzan. I gotta see. Is that a movie or a show? It is a movie. I remember when this was being advertised. Yeah, I never did say Samuel L. Jackson was in it. Margot Robbie was it? Wow, yeah, there's a lot of people in here. Maybe just to see how they got a lot of these. I think this is before some of them were really big, but no, Christopher Waltz was pretty big. I'll give it a look over.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Porco Rosso, what do you think of Porco himself? I honestly don't think he's interesting, and I like every character in the movie more than him.
Oh, I like him a lot. I really enjoyed him. When I heard they were getting Michael Keaton to play him in the English dub, I was just like, oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. The only thing that I think is so odd is the fact that he's a pig. They don't really play that heavy into it. At least that I remember. Maybe I got to see it again. Because they address it, but they don't really, it doesn't play too much into his identity. But I guess, I don't know, in a sense it kind of does too. He is kind of a pig already. So, but no, I liked him. I will say this: if the performance either in the Japanese or the English one wasn't that great, I could see the writing for him being kind of stiff. But because the performances were good, I dug it.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on Loki? Maybe a Disney-cember?
Yeah, because I've seen season 1, I haven't seen season 2, and I hear season 2 is great.
It's very good.
Yeah. So, and it's the last one they're doing. So, yeah, maybe I'll look that over and finish that up.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. What's your favorite scene from Across the Spider-Verse?
Man. Oh, it's so rough. Like there's just so many moments flying by in my head. I'm like, man, what? I mean, maybe just that whole everything before the credits, I mean, that's like what, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. But like, I was just so blown away at what I was watching. And even the way they just really dove into Gwen's backstory and just made me care so quickly about them. It just all the characters in there, her and her father and everything. I was just so because I remember when I saw it, I told Rob, you gotta see this. Man, bring me with you, man. I want to see it again. And as soon as it got to the end of that scene, I said, we haven't even gotten to the titles yet, man. He just went, oh my God. Like he couldn't believe what he was watching. Like we were both just so blown away. So yeah, I think just knowing that was only the intro and there's more coming was like, I can't remember the last time I felt just so excited in a movie. Like, oh, I can't wait to see what's next.
We are probably going to have to trim down some of the answers here. Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, now that you're doing Q&As on YouTube, will you be streaming the games you play on YouTube as well? Twitch is too laggy and glitchy. We're gonna see if maybe we can make it work. Many of the streams run from my setup, but the Friday one runs from Doug's, which can be a little bit more unreliable. And plus I have 3 screens and he has 1. It's like a little more difficult, but we're gonna see what we can do.
Yeah, we're gonna try it out.
Drew's Aviation, thank you for the £2 super chat. Thumper Roo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, would you consider giving Matilda 1996 a full review now that the backlash has hopefully died down?
I like it now. I will say, I watched it again. I'm like, oh, I see what people were talking about. Okay, that is very, very good. I did a quick one in the sum up of Danny DeVito movie, so you can see it there.
Tom Allen, thank you for the £10 super chat. Hi, Doug and Heather. I hope you two are both well. Just one question for Doug. Have you seen the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine? And if so, what are your initial thoughts on it?
I mean, there's not a new one, right?
No, I don't think there's a new one.
Okay. I mean, it looks good. Nothing blew me away yet, but it looks cool. I mean, I think that's the idea. It's a teaser, so we got to wait to see more.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. My favorite emotional part in The Simpsons is when Homer said goodbye to his mom and then sits on his car and watches the stars. What do you think of that moment?
I like that moment. I like that goes through the credits. I think that was the right way to do it.
Oh, Chad is saying there is a new trailer, so we'll have to check that out later. Tart to the World, thank you for the $10 super chat. Pitch idea, The Wall Part 2. Oh, interesting. Someone is edgy, TM. The Wall Part 2, Melvin has to do Let's Play of Bart's Nightmare with Mako before he dies of cancer, but they get interrupted by autistic kids from Ernest. JK, keep up the good work.
From oh, that's right. The joke I made long ago. Okay, that's in reference to a joke I made
long time ago. Right. Yes, I know.
Yeah, okay. At first I was like, whoa, and I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I did make that joke. But it's the only joke I ever re-edited out because I'm like, I'm not proud of it. Even when I made it.
You knew it was bad taste.
Yeah, no, and the whole thing was pushing the envelope back then. I'm like, I don't know about this, but let me see. And just like one person very politely responded back and said, and said what I already know. There is a spectrum. There is like, and I'm just like, no, you're right. And I just responded back, you're right. I'm removing it. And they were just like, wow, thanks. I wasn't expecting that. And I said, no, I was already it didn't feel right posting it. I don't like it. I'm getting rid of it. But no, that, it'll get a lot of upvotes, I'm sure.
Chase, thank you for the $10 super chat. Nostalgia Queen review Child's Play 2019 with Phalis. No, it's bad, but if you look at it as Black Mirror episode, it's a brilliant and sad idea of technology influenced by us instead of the other way around.
I haven't seen it yet, and that's what I hear. I hear it's not great, but it's not as bad as you would think. Like there's some ideas in there. I still haven't checked it out. It's one of those I always have it on the queue, and I never watch it, but I should because I am curious about it.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. What do you think of the new documentary Quiet on the Set with the Nickelodeon doc on Max?
I haven't seen it. I know what it's about. And I've missed all of that. Every once in a while I'll see like a little YouTube thumbnail that'll say like, revealed, the past terrible things that have happened, and it sounds bad. But they're shows I didn't grow up with, so I didn't follow it that closely. Maybe I'll watch that documentary.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 500 bits. Hello, Doug and Heather. Great review of Superman 2. Also, it's my niece Alina's first birthday. I'm one proud
awesome.
auntie. She's growing up so fast.
Oh, that's so cool. Say happy birthday.
Mark, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, since you reviewed Starship Troopers, will you play Helldivers 2? It's basically the movie in game form. Also, will you review Wonka? Good prequel.
Well, yeah, I think I did write it down as one to review, Wonka. I don't know it was out already, so yeah, I might do that. And you're not the only one to bring it up about Starship Troopers and that game. I might try and check it out.
Kryptonius, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. What are your thoughts on the films of Robert Altman? Also, have you seen Documentary Now? Bill Hader and Fred Armisen are wonderful.
I've seen a little bit, and I like that. I think it's a show, and I liked it. I thought it was very clever. I like Robert Altman. I never quite obsessed over him like other critics did, but I do like his stuff. There's a good atmosphere to his stuff, a very laid back mindset.
Curtis Lopez, thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you know the boy at Niagara Falls in Superman 2 is the voice of Nicholas and Darkheart in the Care Bears movies?
Oh, I think when I reviewed those movies, I talked about that, but I forgot about it in this review. So thanks for the reminder. You remembered it, so I didn't have to.
Tiger Mac, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on why Sony won't do Sam Raimi, SM4, or The Amazing Spider-Man 3?
I mean, I think just because people didn't like the last ones, the ones before. That's my guess, but again, I'm not behind the scenes, so I'm not sure.
Mishmash Miniatures, thank you for the €7 super chat. Hey, Doug, will you review the 1992 movie Toys starring Robin Williams?
Maybe. It's hard to know what to say about it because it's like, it looks great. It's got some ideas, and then I never know what else to say. It's like, all right, it exists. There it is. I don't know what else to say about it.
Zircon, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, have you ever thought about reviewing Napoleon Dynamite?
And that's another one where it's like, it's fine. I like it. I don't think I could add anything to it. I think it's a perfectly okay comedy. I never hated it. I never loved it. I don't have a real passion for it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 500 bits. Also, I started watching the original first two Superman movies, even the Donner cut for this month, for the first time. I really loved them, though I wish the second one would have had a much better ending, no repeat ending on first movie or memory erasing kiss.
Yeah, I heard somewhere they were supposed to do the spinning world thing in the second one and not in the first one, but even then, that just doesn't feel right. I mean, like, nobody's dead or anything, so it's not that big motivation. Like, oh, I gave him the angst to do it or whatever. It's like, this is awkward. I'm just going to spin the earth around. Like, I don't know. It still didn't make much sense to me.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Paddington villain do you like more, Nicole Kidman or Hugh Grant?
It's close, but probably Hugh Grant. I like anything where I'm allowed to hate Hugh Grant.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. I feel as if Richard Lester doesn't get enough credit for his contribution to film and editing in particular. I mean, he created modern music videos.
I mean, there's truth to that. He's done some good stuff. I like his Funny Thing Happened on the Waiting for Him, So, I mean, there's good stuff he's done. But yeah, I just reviewed Superman 3, man. It's And that's all it is. It ain't good.
Kevin, thank you for the $10 super chat. Here's my opinion of Charlie Morningstar from Has Been Hotel. She is the one who brings light into the darkness, gives hope to the hopeless, and shows mercy to the merciless. Respect her. Praise her.
No, well, maybe she should be running heaven.
Ivory, thank you for the $10 super chat. I've been a fan of yours since you did MK Annihilation. I was wondering if you'll be doing any NC editorials again in the future.
I'll probably be doing more like just from here, like the desk, and just as myself, because those are fun to do and I like doing them. So you'll see something very similar coming up.
Deadshot, thank you for the 500 bits. Actually, about Josh Keaton, there's a Spider-Man game called Shattered Dimensions where they have a bunch of Spider-Man VAs playing different Spider-Men. Christopher Daniel Barnes from the animated series voices Noir.
Oh, cool. That's very cool.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. Considering the amount of times you have referenced the original Manchurian Candidate, have you thought about covering the remake with Denzel, where you cover it with Brad and he covers the original since he is talking about films from 1962?
Huh? I mean, again, I feel like we could talk about for a little bit, but it's like they're both good. They're good movies. I can't like dive too much. I don't have a passion to talk about them, so probably not, but they're both very good.
Drew's Aviation, thank you for the £5 super chat. What do you think of Ruby Gillum Teenage Kraken?
I haven't seen it. One day when I bring back DreamWorks maybe I will then, but it did not look like my thing.
Brevin, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hi, Doug. Random question, but have you ever thought of looking at Power Rangers seasons from the 2000s for Disney-cember? They were, in fact, made by Disney at that time, plus a bunch of them are better than the original MMPR.
Yeah, but then I'd have to watch Power Rangers. I'm not a Power Rangers guy. I'm so nothing about it appeals to me. The only thing that appeals to me is Tony from Hack the Movies was showing me in the original Japanese version. They fight the devil like Satan is the bad guy, and the way he looks was so bonkers. I'm like, all right, this kind of looks more like my show.
Sebastian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Someone brought up in your 90s sports movie review got me thinking, ever seen/thought of seeing Warrior 2011, claimed as Titanic for men? It's just okay.
Warrior?
Warrior. Like someone who fights.
Yeah.
Warrior.
It's TV series. God, I'm not even finding the movie.
2011.
2011, there it is. No, I never even heard of it. Guess I'll try to check it out.
Dylan, thank you for the $5 super chat. I claimed on Reddit that The Last Airbender is only tolerable with the Netflix show as a palate cleanser, and I got downvoted.
At the movie The Last Airbender? I mean, it's Reddit. I don't know. I'm not even on there. I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure what the environment is there, so I'm not the guy to ask about it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Who do you think is the better Venom, Harry in the video game or Eddie in Spectacular Spider-Man?
Man, they really are kind of the same character because they're his friends in each one. I'll go with the video game because you had a little bit more of the tragedy that he's kind of, dying without it and stuff. So that's a little bit more interesting, but they're pretty close.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. Will animation and its humor, and for movies, ever have another golden age, but more for Gen Alpha? Do you think there's more that lies beyond Cocomelon?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, if it was
today,
I feel like it's seen so many studios and so many genres and so many things go up and down and have highs and lows and stuff like that. And if something really is good and really lasts, it'll come back in one way or another.
You say that like Bluey doesn't exist.
No, I mean, but that's
not you, but like the question being like, is there more past Cocomelon? Yeah, Bluey. Put your kid down in front of Bluey. No.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. People if there really is people that love it and are good at it and want to bring it back, have that passion to bring it back, life finds a way.
Armonia, thank you for the £5 super chat. What do you think of the final episode of The Simpsons should actually be? Also, do you think you'll ever do an NC on the Saw movies?
I'm not big into the Saw. I'll say this. I watched Brad Jones's review of the first one. It gave me more of a respect for it, knowing the backstory of it. But I never got that into him. I'm not the guy to talk about him. And I don't know what The Last Simpsons should be. I would not want that task on me because I have no idea how I would end it.
Loop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the 2012 Judge Dredd remake? I think its grittiness worked in its favor.
Yeah, I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a very, very cool movie.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm heading to Level Expo in Vegas for my birthday next month. You want me to let has-been / Hell of a Boss creator Vivian Madrano know that you like her shows?
Oh yeah, Hell of a Boss especially. I'm rewatching it again with my wife, and we're greatly enjoying it. Yeah, no, their stuff's amazing.
John Sutherland, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on the 1990 film Arachnophobia, and would you ever consider doing a video on it?
I hadn't seen it since it came out. And that might be a good like Disney December one to check. I think I had it on the list last time, but it got bumped, so maybe I'll do it this year.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. Would you please rip a new one to the flick Sky Captain? It's really bad and made me mad at how stupid everyone was, especially Paltrow's character.
Flick Sky Captain.
It's just Sky Captain. Flick
World
as in
Tomorrow.
a movie.
Okay, gotcha. I remember it being so boring. Like everyone thought it was gonna change cinema and other stuff. Like Sin City did a lot better. But yeah, I just remember it being so dull. I don't want to watch it again. It's just so boring.
Mark Murders, thank you for the 600 bits. Hey, remember that Robot Chicken sketch where the Emperor finds out the Death Star blew up? I just thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, God, that'd be a fun one to do. Top 11 Robot Chicken sketches, because man, it's like there are some where I'm just like, there are so many layers to some of these jokes.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. A movie that I hate that everyone loves is Finding Nemo. Nemo is a spoiled brat, Marlin is an idiot, and Dory is obnoxious, but to each their own.
I mean, I think Nemo's a little bit of a brat because the father is keeping him in too much. I think they kind of play with that a little bit. And so they both have to learn from each other. But I enjoyed it. I actually like the sequel, too. I like Finding Dory. I thought that was pretty good.
Sebastian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Speaking of Jackie Chan, would you review The Forbidden Kingdom? I recommend as a better martial arts movie, especially starring Mulan actress.
I'm trying to think if that's the one. Forbidden Kingdom. Is that the one where like Jet Li's a monkey? Is that the
way
yeah,
you said
that's
that.
the one. Yeah, no, there he is. I remember it being very boring. Surprisingly, because that was Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and it's like this should be amazing. It was really, really dull. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think that's my review right there. It's just when something's boring, it's hard to get material out of it.
I'm a fat nerd. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for giving something to look forward to every week. I love the NC. Are you going to do a Harry Potter month?
Probably not, because that's another, like, I like those movies fine, they're okay, but I don't have a passion for them. There's a really good reviewer called the Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and he reviewed all the movies, did them great, and he loves them. But he also points out, like, all the problems I have that brings them to just okay status, in my opinion. So he'll point out all the problems, but he'll also be like, but this is so good that I don't care. I overlook that. To me, the problems kind of balance it out to just okay for me. But those are pretty much my thoughts, the ones that he gives there. It's very, very well done.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits, and I'm sorry, I think I'm going to mess up your intent for how to read this. Hey, you jerk! I learned that there was an animated series made in the late 80s based on Atari Pole Position! In all seriousness, the complete series is on YouTube.
Really? Okay, man, I'm shocked. Shocked I missed that when we did that commercial. Okay, well, I gotta check it out now to save my family.
Robert Willing, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, when are you going to do Dial of Destiny or Crystal Skull? Also, thoughts on claims of Dante Bosco not returning to the Avatar animated movie?
Was he not? Oh, I thought he was in something Avatar related. Oh, that's a shame.
I think there's just rumors, but I don't know about that.
Rumors. I'll call. I'll ask him. Let's call right now. No. And for I'll definitely do Dial of Destiny probably this year. Kingdoms of Crystal Skull. I don't know what I'm gonna add that everyone else hasn't already said. I don't have that much more. But Dial of Destiny, there's a lot I can talk about.
Eagle Spangled, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, great review today. Would you consider doing an NC review on The Book of Life from 2014 or Heavy Metal 1981? They're random favorites of mine.
I think I did Heavy Metal. That might have been a crossover that I have. So type that in. I might have done that already. And Book of Life, that's it's good. It's a good movie. I like it. I don't love it. I don't think it's one where I can like really dive too much into it. But it's a good flick. I love when I see someone cosplaying a character from that movie. I always love when I see one of those.
Ricky the Mad Dragon, thank you for the $5 super chat. How about an NC review of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter 2012 in the future? It sounds bizarre, but it's fun, entertaining, and interesting.
Boy, you're the first one I heard say that because everyone has said, man, cool title, boring as hell. So maybe I should watch it and decide for myself.
I'm a fat nerd. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Follow up, are you ever going to review the Bee movie?
Probably. So here's the thing. I wanted to get more of an understanding of like, because I didn't know it was kind of baby's first troll movie, you know, and all the troll stuff that like little kids do with it. And so I had to understand that first. And I think I do. To a point where it's like, do I tempt it? Do I actually talk about this movie knowing this is looming over it? But maybe I should. If I'm interested, maybe I will. So I actually think the movie's kind of fun.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. X-Men 97 creator has been fired by Marvel. Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be interesting to see if there's anything that comes out more to the story, because it seemed very sudden and very unexplained.
Yeah, and very close to when it was coming out. The only thing I'll say about that, they didn't mention name, but the Leewalds were saying, the people doing the production, they not only love the show so much, but like people working on it had to be fans of the show and everything, and they are mad dedicated to making it like it's picking up right where it left off. So I know they didn't have any drama from what I understand about it, but yeah, there was definitely a diehard dedication to it. So hopefully, I don't think that's going to affect the final product.
Simbai, thank you for the 25 PLN with the super chat. Mad respect from Ukraine, Doug. Thank you for your work. It's inspiring.
Oh, thank you. Hope things are going well. All our best to you.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. I like when in Toy Story 2, Buzz says, "You are a toy." It shows how much he learned from Woody. What do you think of that moment?
Oh, I like it. I think most of the stuff with the two buzzers is very funny, particularly the "I'm your father." See another playing ball. Oh my god, that movie's so good.
Ooh, Jeremiah, thank you for the 500 bits. This Disney December NC on vacation, on Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
I heard it's bad. I haven't seen it though, so maybe I'll have to check it out. Oof.
Emerald Crusade, thank you for the $20 super chat. Unpopular opinion, I think Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker in Dark Knight is overrated and not good acting. I think he tries too hard.
Oh, I like it a lot. I got into it, I guess, as much as most other people did. But yeah, that's why there's different opinions. You know, everyone's going to see something different.
Kyle, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever do a review on Sheen Kamen Rider? It's a standalone movie.
I think I know what it is. Again, I don't think it's really up my alley. I don't. Again, I try to review stuff I have a real passion for. I don't really have a passion for that.
CAD, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, love your stuff. Owl House got me back into children's cartoons. Is there a show that did that for you? Also, have you seen Villainous Max? It's hilarious.
I mean, there's always it never fully let go, but I did kind of push away from, no, I'm a grown up, I'm not watching the kid stuff, even though I kind of knew they were probably doing really cool stuff. And I think Avatar was the one that really got me back, like, holy smokes, I can't believe how far they're bringing this for what's, a kid show, kind of thing. So, yeah, that's the one that's coming to mind.
David, thank you for the 11-pound super chat. Would love to see a review of Revolver 2005. Guy Ritchie at the height of his mid-2000s artiste phase, and this stinker resulted. Think if The Cell was more like Sleepwalkers.
Huh, I've never even heard of that one. I'll try to check it out.
Deadshot, thank you for the 500 bits. Noticed I messed up, but the game is called Shattered Dimensions. Josh Keaton voiced Ultimate Spider-Man. Christopher Daniel Barnes from the animated series voiced Noir. Neil Patrick Harris from TNAS voiced Normal Spider-Man. And Fred Tatasquari, voiced 2099. I know I messed that up really bad.
Cool, yeah, no, I'll try to look that up.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. Suggestion for Jackie Chan, Mr. Nice Guy. Bad acting, hilariously over-the-top villain, and great stunts. Make sure you find the original version.
I saw it when it came out. I don't know if that's the original version, but yeah, I thought it was very funny. Again, the fights were great. A good humor to it as well. I really enjoyed it.
Sean49 Doctor, thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts on the Paradine case? It was the most expensive film Hitchcock ever made. He hated every moment of it, and the critics at the time weren't any nicer to it, saying there was too much David Selznick. Your thoughts?
I don't think I've seen
Paradine, something like that.
Paradigm. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of this one. Okay. Yeah, Gregory Peck, good people. Eh? Hitchcock, but Charles Lawton, wow. But apparently it sucks. Well, now I'm really curious. I'm curious what Hitchcock considers a bad Hitchcock movie. I gotta check that out.
Adam, thank you for the $2 super chat. Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. Not sure if you knew about this, but Mel Gibson is doing a Passion of the Christ sequel called Resurrection Chapter 1, which he described as an acid trip and focuses on the events that occurred 3 days between the crucifixion and the resurrection.
Of course that's it. Because I was gonna say, well, yeah, let's talk about the love of Christ, the words and the scripture and just the spreading. No. It's the in between. It's like the weird, demented stuff, and it's like, come on. Did you read the important parts of the Bible? Did you read why this actually sticks with people around the world? With that said, it sounds like a fun train wreck. Who knows? Maybe it'll be great. Probably won't, but maybe it'll be great.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. To that previous post, Mr. Nice Guy, there are 2 versions, one cut down and the original Warner version in English, much funnier, no weird dubbing.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw the original. It definitely did not feel like it was cut down. There's a whole scene where they destroy, like, I can't remember, some sort of huge building at the end. It goes on for a while. They really let you enjoy the destruction. So I think I saw the original cut.
Sway, thank you for the $2 super chat. Memes and music, I guess, thank you for the $1 super chat. Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. First time here, been a fan since 2012. Have you ever been to Niagara Falls? My family and I went there, and it was one of the best experiences I had.
Yeah. Actually, I did a convention out there, and I even shot an episode. I think was it the third animated Titanic movie? I think I shot out there. So yeah, no, I've been there a couple times. It's really cool.
Sebastian, thank you for the $5 super chat. You like Death Proof, you want to see a very Tarantino-esque movie? I recommend Free Fire. The whole movie is a giant shootout with a great cast.
Huh, Free Fire. Okay. Oh, wow, it's also the... Free Fire is the name of a lot of stuff. It's an app, it's a game, Okay, here's the movie. All right, I'll check that out.
Stardust, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug and Heather. I've been a huge fan of Doug since 2013. What are the inspiration behind the Nostalgia Critic character and the iconic outfit?
The outfit, I like the idea that someone's trying to look professional, but then just gave up halfway through. I don't know, I was just going through a nostalgic phase like everybody, and I thought it'd be funny if there was someone that took it really seriously. How dare Care Bears not be as good as I remember it, kind of thing, and would get just really, really upset. And yeah, it just kind of went from there.
Ryan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. I'm so happy you and your friends are still making content. Been watching for years. Can you review Somewhere in Time? I'm a sucker for it.
I really like that movie too. It's another one though. I don't know how much I can add to it. I guess I could talk about some of the things that quote unquote don't age well, but I don't think are supposed to. It's another one of those where it's like they kind of instantly fall in love and they kind of, I guess spoilers, they kind of let it consume their lives and stuff like that, which isn't healthy, but it's just so romantic and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of the idea.
Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. What is your favorite MonsterVerse movie, and do you plan to see Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire?
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. What's my like of the newer ones? Let me see. Godzilla vs. Kong was pretty fun. That really did give pretty much what I was looking for with it. And I like they focus more on Kong. I think Kong's kind of the more interesting. Godzilla's cooler, but Kong is more interesting. And I think the film knew that.
Spawn Freak, thank you for the $5 super chat. Everyone gets mad at Snyder Soups for killing Zod, but no one gets mad at Donner Soups for throwing Zod into Arctic water. Why is that?
Yeah, well, now I think, was it the Donner cut? There's some sort of extended version that shows that they do survive and they go to jail. But yeah, I like the one where he's just like, you die. I don't know. That's never... Once in a while, I'm okay. I don't know. I'm never super strict about it. You can't kill. If it kind of matches the atmosphere of the world, it doesn't bother me that much.
Kevin, thank you for the $10 super chat. How did it come to pass that you were able to collaborate with Corey and Griffin Taylor? Were you already a Slipknot fan?
Yes and no. I knew who they were. I definitely knew the band, and I knew some songs. But I was a little behind on the times with it. I think like it was coming out just at a time where I wasn't listening to as much metal music, but what I heard I liked. But then yeah, like on Twitter we saw like he was sharing our stuff, and we're just like, really? Like Corey, like the guy in the mask, right? You know, Corey Taylor and everything. And so I was just sort of like, huh, well, maybe I should look this up again. Maybe I should revisit a lot of this stuff. And yeah, everyone's right. It's great. I mean, it's really, really wonderful stuff. So yeah, and he's great. He's just the world's nicest friggin' guy. You know, you see him like on these interviews where he's got like this good energy, and he legit wants to know what's like going on with you and stuff like that. Like he'll really, really listen to you. I mean, it's just, I don't know, everything you see about him, like that's him. That's like just what a really cool, sweet person he is.
Loop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you considered reviewing Casper: A Spirited Beginning? It has James Earl Jones as the main villain and Pauly Shore as his annoying minion.
I've thought about it. The only thing is I feel like I'd have to bring back the animated Casper, and I just don't have, I'm too old for that now. I don't know how I would do it. So yeah, if I can think of another way around it, maybe. I haven't seen the movie either.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, I know how Doug and Rob feel about him, but how do you feel about Muska from Castle in the Sky? Okay, listen, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, and I am terrible at remembering things. If you want someone on your trivia team, it's not me. So I know I like that movie. I cannot specifically tell you my thoughts and feelings towards that one character. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
The Doctor Who Critic, thank you for the £2 super chat. Carlos, thank you for the $1 super chat. I'm a fat nerd, thank you for the $20 super chat. Thank you for giving me something to look forward to every week. Are you going to do a 2-part Harry Potter reviewing the first 4 movies 1 month and reviewing the other 5 1 month? Would you review the B movie?
At some point I'll probably do B movie. I just had to figure out how to do it with its history. And the Harry Potter one, probably not, because I don't have a passion for it. But like I said, if you want to really know my thoughts on it, on why I think they're okay. You know, I don't love them. I watched the Cosmonaut Variety Hour, did these wonderful 2-part videos. They're very, very well done. And he really likes the movies, but he points out kind of the problems I have with it and why I don't quite adore them, but they're very, very good videos.
Writing Jake, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is the Spider-Man 6 fanscription in the works?
I don't know. You have to ask Walter.
Gray Man, thank you for the $2 super chat. Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the movie Continental Divide starring John Belushi in an underrated semi-dramatic role? If not, ask Brad has seen it. Also, thoughts on Belushi?
Oh, I like Belushi. I didn't quite obsess over him like everyone else did, but I can see why people did. I can see the attraction to him. And no, I never even heard of that movie. I will ask Brad about it.
Tim, thank you for the €12 super chat. If you were to bite Andrew Garfield, what kind of amazing Doug man would he become? And how would he defeat the lizard?
Well, his hair would disappear, definitely. And he would critique him so hard, the lizard would go, I never saw him. I didn't know my effects were so bad. Oh, I'm going to go eat Shredder somewhere else. And then we wouldn't have Amazing Spider-Man 2 and everyone would be happy.
Brick Cartoonist Reviews, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Would you consider reviewing Lake Placid?
Yeah, I never did see that one. I heard it's not that great with the exception of Betty White. And you can almost say that about anything Betty White is in, the more I think about it.
Sean, thank you for the $10 super chat. Broadway ideas, Schitt's Creek the musical, and Ernest Goes to Broadway. Also, what is Heather's thought on Ernest? I drive my sisters nuts with him. Know what I mean? I genuinely have never sat down and watched an Ernest movie. I'm sorry.
One day we might show you and Tamara
One day.
Ernest Saves Christmas, just to show you the best Santa Claus that ever existed.
Okay, great. Bombquake, thank you for the $2 super chat. Muffin Hawk, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, what are your thoughts on Barry? Who's your favorite character? Thoughts on Bill Hader? What scene made you laugh hard and favorite episode? That's a lot of questions. Maybe just general thoughts on Barry.
Yeah, I got about halfway through season 2, and then we just kind of got distracted. Both my wife and I were watching, and we got distracted to something else. I like it. It's good. The one problem I have that I think every Barry fan is going to hate me for, I don't think Bill Hader's that convincing. I don't buy him as an assassin or as a bad actor even. I'm like, nah, I just don't buy it. And I know he created the show. I know he's doing everything on there, and that's fair. I feel like there's some, I see like a Vin Diesel doing that. You know what I mean? Like someone that's like, I would believe, but I know that's part of it too. You wouldn't believe he's an assassin.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only thing I'm kind of iffy about. But it is a very good show. I do like it.
Loved it. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. My favorite moment in Into the Spider-Verse is where Peter falls into the portal and he says, not bad, could. What do you think of that moment?
I like it. Yeah, there's very few scenes I don't like in Into the Spider-Verse. It's pretty great.
Panda 2 Saxy, thank you for the 500 bits. What's your favorite song?
God, my favorite song. Man, I mean, one with lyrics. I mean, do I go cliche and say "What a Wonderful World"? Do I do that cliche?
Do it.
I do kind of like that. But favorite music, like, man, what's the music they're gonna play like when you go into heaven and stuff like that? The music from The Mission. The da 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 da. If you hear it, you'll recognize it. It's really beautiful. Close second. The song from the Muppet movie. I'm gonna go back there someday. I'm really learning to love that song more and more.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 500 bits. After what John Cena did at the Oscars, I went back and watched the original Streaker from 1974. Cena's streak was funnier.
What do you mean? There was nothing there.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. All 8 Spider-Man movies will be hitting the theater for their anniversary by Sony. Will you be seeing them?
I was frozen
Which ones? I'm sorry.
All 8 Spider-Man movies.
So it isn't just the live action. I thought it was just the live action. I still don't know because I saw Into the Spider-Verse so much and Across the Spider-Verse so much on the big screen. I remember them too well. I don't know if I need to see them again. I hope others do, though, because they are worth seeing.
Red Runner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever considered doing an NC review on the Transformers the movie in 1986? Also, love you, Doug, and your videos. You guys are the best.
Thank you so much. I thought about doing just like an all the Transformers movies video, and I think I would probably talk about the animated one on there.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Claws, how do you think the movie did with Claws and Jesper's friendship?
Oh, good. Surprisingly believable. The only like downside I had at first is that I thought they made the main character a little too unlikable at the beginning. Like it's just his voice was a little grating and stuff, but they very quickly made him a pretty good lead.
John Dew, thank you for the $50 super chat. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Doug, I just watched your Tarzan review. I agree that surprise villain sucks, but Clayton is the most pointless. Wouldn't he have only agreed to be a guide on the condition he could hunt gorillas to begin with? Jane is full of shit to act upset.
And what a great actor for that part, and to just give him such a generic hunter villain role. Yeah, I really feel like they could have done more with that.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever watched the Turner Classic Movies? If so, thoughts on host Robert Osborne?
Yeah, I mean, just in general, it's like saying, have you ever seen, the movies in cinema? It's like, well, sure, but there's so many of them. But okay, in terms of the host and everything, yeah, no, I always, he's very good at having a very calming voice, but giving interesting information on the film you're watching.
Gen Z for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug. Just wanted to say thank you very belatedly for your charity spotlight on Give Kids the World on your M&M's commercial retrospective. I volunteered there a lot as a high schooler since I live close by. Question, what's your favorite Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode or movie that they covered?
Maybe like a toss-up between Manos and Merlin's Magic Shop of Horrors, as they call it. Both of those were just so bizarre. Space Mutini's a pretty close second.
Dang it, Jacques, thank you for the $2 super chat. Amanda, thank you for the $5 super chat. Love the NC. Have you considered Brendan Fraser month? Encino Man, Bedazzled, a personal guilty pleasure of mine, Blast from the Past. The list goes on.
Yeah, they're good. I don't know if many people would click out. We did Encino Man for Disney December. Like, nobody watched it. So, yeah, I don't know if there's that much passion for it. The Renaissance might have passed, but he's still good.
UH, thank you for the $6 super chat. A time limit? There's a time limit? Time limit? You remember that joke from the Bebe's Kids SNES?
I do. Yeah, I remember that because that was the first response video after the nerd did his. So there's this big okay, go, write this fast, do this fast, blah, blah, blah. Because he just did his. I got ride this momentum. So yeah, I do remember that one pretty well.
Trick, thank you for the $2 super chat. Cody, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever seen Stephen King's Desperation? So movie, great book. Audiobook is great. The movie stars Ron Perlman and would be a fun review.
No, I mean, sounds like I like Ron Perlman. I'll check that out.
I'm a fat nerd. Thank you for the $20 super chat. What are yours and Heather's favorite super underrated movie that I should watch?
There's a ton, but for whatever reason, the one that's coming in my head is the Ralph Bakshi American Pop movie.
Oh.
That's probably my favorite film of his, and everyone knows him for Fritz the Cat, even Lord of the Rings, but nobody talks about American Pop, and it's really, really good.
Nasaya, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you checked out The Ghost and Molly McGee?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I'm almost done with season 1. I like it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the movie Family Business starring Sean Connery, Dustin Hoffman, and Matthew Broderick as 3 generations of criminals? It's a good watch.
It's an interesting cast. I feel like I just have to see how those 3 will work off each other. Yeah, I probably will. What was it called again?
Family Business.
Family Business. Okay.
A family business, dare we say. Chef Matt Reviews, thank you for the $10 super chat. If I might make a suggestion for Disney-cember in the future, live-action Disney sports biopics. Stuff like Remember the Titans, The Rookie, Miracle, etc.
I mean, they're already kind of allowed for me to review, so I don't know if it's like, wow, he's letting that into, there now. So, probably not, but I'll try to get around and actually review them, just on their own.
Gamer, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of the Joker portrayal in the Gotham TV show with Cameron Monaghan? Also, I paid for the super chat with a Bat credit card.
Ah! That's what you get. I haven't seen the show. I've heard very mixed things about it. But from what I have seen, he looks like he'd be a cool Joker. It's like the Joker before he's Joker. And he looks right. He looks like he would get that all down.
Tricushian, thank you for the $5 super chat. Been watching Doug, Brad, and Spoonie since 2008. Doug, please do a review of D&D Old versus New. Also, please do the Dragonlance animated movie with Brad. So bad.
Well, I don't know the latter. I don't know Dragonlance. I gotta look that up. But with D&D, I mean, I guess I did do the original. But I mean, just, the new one's gonna win. Like, what's there even to talk about? It's better in every respect.
Sebastian, thank you for the $5 super chat. My friend introduced me to it last year, but need to ask, have you seen the movie August Rush with Freddie Highmore? If not, it's very underrated.
Boy, sounds familiar. August Rush. 2007? No. Robin Williams is in it too. Wow, yeah. I don't even think I've heard of this one. I'll try to check it out.
Emerald Crusade, thank you for the $10 super chat. What would you do if you have $1 billion?
I could say I'd be Batman. I'd be a Batman. I'd get Batman again. Blah blah blah. But in reality, I probably put aside enough to make it where I wouldn't have to work if I don't have to work. I could work with free income, whatever, and give the rest to charity. What am I gonna do with all that money?
Miss Yummy, thank you for the $5 super chat. For Disney member, or Disney-cember, I think is what they meant. How about you do everything unrelated to Disney, like DreamWorks, Cartoon Network, etc.? Also, how about reviewing Tremors movie?
Yeah, I guess I've never done any of the Tremors movies. Maybe I should. The first one is pretty fun. Maybe this will be the year I've done, because people have asked me for it before.
Or Bitten, thank you for the $10 super chat. The Christmas with the Cranks review stayed in my head due to its discontent towards the old NC gags, but I noticed the oldies returning in recent vids. Has sentiment changed?
Oh yeah, and look, whenever I make fun of stuff in the past and stuff like that, it's not, oh, I hate it, get it away, I hate me in the past, boo. It's nothing like that. It's more making fun of, like, that things do. In fact, if anything, at the end, I'm trying to say that be kind, to yourself, your future self, your past self, and stuff like that. But no, I mean, I think it'd be silly to act like everything I did back then was perfect or is all aged well and stuff like that. That's more kind of what I'm responding to with that. And the thing now seems to be like kind of smaller productions. Like, people can literally put a post on their head that says Elon Musk, and it's like, that person's Elon Musk now, and there's a charm to that, and I see that charm, I recognize it. So I like still using actors and finding different ways to do a review, but I am liking more so the smaller productions, especially as I'm getting older.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Amity's mother, Odalia? They do such a great job at making her so detestable.
Um, yeah, I kind of thought they were gonna do more with her and the father, especially in the first season. I thought they were playing up kind of a different angle, and then when you see where they're going, it's like it's fine, it's okay. If they had more time to explore it and do all the seasons they want, I wonder if maybe they'll have gone a slightly different direction.
John, thank you for the $5 super chat. I know I'm alone on this. I like Dark Knight, but I think Batman Begins is better than The Dark Knight, but to each their own.
The first half is pretty damn great in that. There are some people that like it more than Dark Knight. You're not alone on that.
Mm-hmm. Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever heard of an old Nickelodeon show called Kablam? And if not, I recommend it. I loved it when I was a kid.
I know what it is because of this one section where was it Alien and Caveman. I thought those were so funny and they were so clever. If you show me the little kids hosting, I kind of know what they look like, but everything else I don't know. I like the idea of it, but it was a little past my time. But I do remember Alien and Caveman. It was very, very funny.
Beetle Boy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Viewers since 2011, have your thoughts changed on Hey Arnold? Beyond it being about a kid from the Bronx, that show always resonated with me.
Not just you, an entire generation, man. Like, I didn't know. I think I even said, I just saw a few episodes. I don't know. It's all right, whatever. And it turned out to be the generation defining show. Like, so many people, like, they talk about a lot of serious issues on there and stuff like that. I missed all of that. So I still haven't seen all that, but I believe people when they say that.
Sorry. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In The Flight of the Navigator, what do you think of the scene where Max and David say goodbye?
Oh, I like it. Just about all their scenes are like, I mean, really think about it. That's just this little floating eye that you can't even make out. It's like just a little weird clear mirror kind of thing. And it really has emotion. I mean, that's really a testament to the good acting and good directing.
Thumper, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, do you have any plans to do another crossover episode with James, possibly a review?
We only do it if we feel like it makes sense to do, and we've done so many. I always say there's milking it, and then there's buying the cow, chopping it up, and having it as hamburger. Like, I feel like we've done that, so it has to be something where it's really like, no, man, we need to really, like, we got to do this. We can't not do this, kind of thing. So nothing is planned, but if we think of it, we'll do it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Has Rob seen Barbie, Oppenheimer, Dial of Destiny, Boy and the Heron, The Batman? What are her thoughts?
Yes, he likes them all.
Mason, thank you for the $5 super chat. Any thoughts on a Christopher Lloyd month?
I feel like I've done all the movies of his that I probably want to talk about. He's done a lot of movies, though. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Carbender, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Really appreciate that. Hi, Doug. Critic, lol. I know you just uploaded your Superman 2 review, but it's for the Richard Lester theatrical cut. Do you plan on reviewing the Donner cut as a part of Super Month? Also, next March should be James Bond month.
I do talk about it in the review, so I do address it. But no, I'm not gonna do a whole video on it. And I like James Bond. That's another one. I don't have a diehard passion for it, so I don't think I'm the one to do a whole month around it.
Dr. Gold, thank you for becoming a member on YouTube. Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is Tamara's Never Seen over? It's been a while. Is she going to watch Karate Kid, Breakfast Club, and Princess Mononoke on her own? Yes, she sadly is. We have continued a Tamara's Never Seen tradition just without putting stuff on the internet. Sometimes we watch movies with her after filming, and it's a delight.
Yeah, we actually did we showed her the first 2 Superman movies because she never saw them. And she loved them, by the way.
Seth, thank you for the $5 super chat. Been watching for years. Would you ever consider reviewing the original Jaws for its 50th anniversary next year?
That's another one. What am I going to say that everyone else hasn't already said? There's nothing new I can add to it. I mean, it's a great movie, but I have nothing new to add.
Lazy Bones, thank you for the $10 super chat. Have you considered getting a Letterboxd account? You should consider it so that site stops taking down Kick-Assia and the other Channel Awesome movies.
A litter box?
Letterboxd.
Letterboxd. Okay.
Letterboxd.
I will look into it.
Dr. Gold, thank you for the $2 super chat. Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. To answer your question, Mr. Nice Guy's new line release cut about 15 minutes and dubbed some actors. The original is now on Blu-ray and YouTube.
All right, so I haven't seen that one then. Okay, all right, I'll try to check that out.
Bomb Quake, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can you re-upload all of the Ask That Guy or wait, ask, teach.
Ask that guy with the guy, yeah.
Thank you, Doug. Jesus, I don't know why I cannot speak today. Can you
Okay.
upload them all?
No, because the music, we thought it was, it's just Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. When I got it, it was a track off YouTube. It said it was free, anyone can use it, blah, blah, blah. Turns out it wasn't, and they are strict on the copyright claiming on that. So they claim it left and right. So yeah, we just had to take them down because we kept getting hit on them. So yeah, sorry about that.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. What's your favorite Home Alone movie, and which one is the worst to you?
The first one is the best. 3, I think, is actually the worst because I got a theatrical release. The others at least were straight to DVD or streaming. Like, you're kind of expecting that quality. But 3 was released on the big screen. And John Hughes was still attached to it. They should have known better.
Kryptonius, thank you for the $5 super chat. Was Kevin Kline in A Fish Called Wanda an inspiration on NC? And thoughts on Hal Ashby, director of Harold and Maude, The Last Detail, and Being There?
Yes, he was. Good observation. I kind of forget he even was, but yeah, looking back, I'm like, yeah, I really do. Even as kind of the Black Cat. Yeah, I like that movie, and yeah, I love Harold and Maude as well. Good stuff.
Justin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever heard of the miniseries The 10th Kingdom? If so, would you consider reviewing it? It was like Once Upon of Time of 2000.
10th Kingdom. If it's a Disney thing, maybe I can do like a Disney December of it. I'll look into it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is Walter married? I remember you briefly mentioned it last week. Congrats to him. Also, are trying to start a life as lumberjack with plaid shirt, Doug.
Yeah, and I'm okay. And I will stop there. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And I guess if I mentioned it before, yeah, he's married.
The Music World, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, can you review The Princess Bride? Also, what is your favorite Spielberg movie?
Favorite Spielberg movie? Maybe Last Crusade. I quote that one a lot. Just a good energy to it. Nothing's boring in it. It's just a solid movie. And what's the first part? I'm sorry.
Can you?
Oh, Princess Bride. Yeah, I might. I think there's stuff I can say about it that would be kind of new.
Sorry, Madam Muffin Hawk. Thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts on Scrubs and favorite character?
I liked it more when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I still think it's all right. It was fine for its time, if that makes sense. And yeah, Dr. Cox. Everybody loves Dr. Cox.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Of all the posters / fan pics on your wall, which have you had up there the longest?
Well, I mean, some of them are mine. I drew, but those are like on those sides. Man, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, probably the coyote. There, yeah, the Pink Floyd one. Yeah, I love that one.
Dr. Gold, thank you for the $5 super chat. How come you've been changing your thumbnails on your videos? Do you miss them? And how do we watch your old unedited videos? And do you miss your old room?
I mean, the rooms is that I moved around a lot when I was a kid, so I don't have much sentiment to that. And no, we changed the thumbnails because that helps with the algorithm. It's been proven a lot. It's weird. We're not entirely sure why, but yeah, no, for some reason that's just how it works. And I forgot the other question. What was the other one?
It's fine. You answered enough.
Oh, okay.
Lucas, thank you for the $5 super chat. Which celebrity death that you lived through hit you the hardest? For me, it's Michael Jackson and Robin Williams. They were the most sad to me.
For some reason, the two that really... No, actually 3. John Candy, Michael Clark Duncan, and Brittany Murphy. And those two were really close to each other. And those were just like, I don't know, they just seemed like they were just blossoming and getting bigger and bigger. You can't wait to see what they're going to do. And then they were gone. And I guess to some degree, John Candy too, though I feel like he had more of a fuller career. But yeah, no, all of those were real bummers.
Lucas, thank you for the $5 super chat. Oh, I just read that one. I'm sorry. David, thank you for the $5 super chat. Just joined the stream. Did someone already say bat credit card? Also, what do you think of Matt Pat retiring?
I've seen a little bit of his stuff, and it's good. I like it. But yeah, I guess I was more impressed with the reaction everyone else had, like what an impact he had on people. And that's really, really cool to see because he seems like a really positive, upbeat guy and everything. But yeah, I didn't see a ton. So I guess it's not like that was for everyone else. But what I did see, I did like, and he clearly puts a lot of hard work into everything. And yeah, you got to respect that and, wish the best for him.
Peter Parkers, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can't remember, did you do an NC on Disney December or Disney December review for Tom and Huck or JTT's Pinocchio, future JTT month?
No, JTT, my man, wouldn't that be a niche one to choose? I will do Tom and Huck this year. I forgot if Pinocchio was a Disney film or not. Maybe Disney owns it now. I'm not sure. I got to look back on that.
Barry, thank you for the $2, no, so £2 super chat. It's different than $1. I know that. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Chris Pratt character do you like more? Andy from Parks and Rec or Emmett from Lego Movie?
Oh, Parks and Rec. He's a lot of fun. Was it Mouse Rat? Was that the name of the band? I love that band.
Fire Tower, thank you for the $5 super chat. First, what's your thought on Beyblade? Second, I think Linkara killed the bat credit card joke long ago.
Oh, well, don't tell everyone else because they keep using it. I've never seen. I think I know what it is. I think if you show me a picture, I would recognize it, but I haven't seen any of it, like an episode or anything.
How dare you? Beyblade defined a generation. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck me. I mean, darn me in the butt.
YouTube!
Sorry.
Barry Elves, thank you for the £5 super chat. As Brazil is your favorite movie, can you review it, please?
Yeah, we talked about it. Man, it's one of those where it's like, it would just be so freaking long because I had so much to say about it. I don't know how to do it yet. It would just be so darn long.
Gareth, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Brad, you should do a review of The Pirate Month from 1982. It's a low-budget musical starring Christopher Atkin from Blue Lagoon. It's very cheesy.
Oh, well, get right on it, 60.
John, sorry, your Brad impression really got me there for a second. John, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you. When Beauty and the Beast remake came out, I saw it. A week went by and I completely forgot I saw it, so I went to see it again. Afterwards, I found the first ticket in my car. I have not seen another remake since.
You're missing nothing. Some come close to being good. Cruella's almost good. Pete's Dragon is almost good. Yeah, that's about it. You're really not missing much.
Frank Altman, thank you for the $10 super chat. A movie that surprised me was The Menu. Have you seen it, and what did you think?
Oh, I loved it.
So
Absolutely loved it. That might be why I do a Nostalgia Critic, Nostalgia Whedon review of, because I like it so much.
Richard Adson, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey, y'all, longtime fan. Any plans on Batmay since we have Super Month? Yeah, Walter is working on some current Batman right now. It is not ending. Well, I mean, he's doing something a little different this year, but yeah,
it's not going to be every day. But he does have something planned.
Yeah, and he has been working very hard. I'm sure it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Anthony, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you thought about reviewing the Bionicles movies?
Some people have recommended it. I think I tried watching one, and I just wasn't following it or getting into it. Something made me just stop, because I know a lot of people were asking me about it. I'm just like, I don't know if this is my thing, because I like the Lego movies, but something about that just wasn't. I just tuned out for some reason. I couldn't connect to it, so probably not. Maybe I'll give it another chance.
Stone Cold, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you consider doing DreamWorks again, or something similar with another franchise?
I like to. It's just a time thing. Maybe someday when I finally kill off the critic, I'll get back to it, because I would like to do it. But yeah, right now I'm older. There's just not time.
The Nerd King, thank you so much for the £100 super chat. Really appreciate that. There's no message, just the donation, and thank you.
So much.
Thumperoo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever scrapped an episode because you couldn't come to a full agreement with Rob on how the episode was written?
No. No, I usually just go with them. Some I wish I scrapped. But yeah, no, I usually just post them.
Dylan, thank you for the $5 super chat. I thought I remembered a collaboration between you, the AVGN, and Game Theory, but I couldn't find it, so I guess it was just a dream?
They're just all in your imagination. In fact, this is a dream. Ooh, sorry, I don't know. Go with that.
Dilly Skrilly, thank you for the $20 super chat. Let's play F, Marry, Kill with 3 of your past jokes. 1 you'd bring back, 1 you'd bring back only for 1 use, and 1 you'd bury forever. Your choices are Bat Credit Card, Casper, and the Burger King Elephant.
The Burger King elephant I probably buried because I don't know if there's much there to begin with. What were the others?
One you'd bring back like continuously, and one that you'd bring back for like one single use.
I probably bring back the back credit card just for one use because everybody's sick of it. And Casper I would bring back just because it take more time, but it's like it's a character. I can work with a character, kind of thing.
Yeah. The Music World, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, what's your favorite John Williams score?
Man, that's rough. Maybe Last Crusade. I really like the Grail theme a lot, but I love the Emperor's theme in the Star Wars movies.
Dr. Gold, thank you for the $5 super chat. I've seen you re-edit videos, and that's why I was asking if it's possible to watch your old videos like the X-Files on your Halloween videos.
Oh, so I think we have those in there, but we had to change the music. Yeah, because a lot of these came out when we were on Blip. And again, you can make the argument, satire, transformative, you can make all that, but it is tougher to make that argument, on YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, we had to re-edit a lot of them. But we try not to edit them as much as possible. But yeah, just sometimes YouTube and copyright claims, they just shoot it down. So you gotta adapt or die.
Justin, thank you for the $5 super chat. I think with the new Wonka movie now streaming, you should do Wonka Month. The Tim Burton version needs a proper analysis.
I mean, I did Old versus New. I think that's pretty good. Everything I need to say about it, I think I got there. I'll watch the new Wonka movie though and see if if I should get an NC review of that.
Some of my stuff has gotten a little confused on this end. Did I ask you about your favorite John Williams score? Did we ask that? Okay, great, cool, amazing. Kid Infamous, thank you so much for that tier 1 subscription. Welcome, appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry, because there's a delay on YouTube that's pretty sizable, so sometimes things come in and I'm reading it on YouTube, then reading it on my list. It's a whole thing.
Gotcha. I hear you.
Zapper, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Can you review Signs for Disney-cember?
I mean, I did a Nostalgia Critic review. That's pretty much my thoughts.
All right, cool. We've caught up with most of the stuff. So
right.
I'm scrolling a little bit here to find some of these old, lesser paid super chats, and I might be able to take a look at some of the Twitch highlighted chat. Just scrolling.
Gonna keep
All right,
on rolling.
cool. Where is everything? Where did it go? There it went.
Keep those bits a scrolling.
Sway, thank you for the $2 super chat. Disney Afternoon and Kids WB gonna do ABC's TGIF?
We thought about that or one Saturday morning, but they take a lot of time. The one we're thinking about doing next is maybe Adult Swim. That would be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Dylan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, been a fan for years. What's a story you think should be done with the Muppets? Also, have you thought about doing a Muppets month?
Maybe for like Disney-cember, it'd be interesting to talk about the Muppet movies there. But a friend of mine had this insane idea that we just loved, doing The Big Lebowski with Muppets. And he had everybody cast. Every cast member had a Muppet assigned to him. And it just... The more we thought about it, he said, don't change a thing. All the lines are the same, except, Walter would change to Fozzie, and Maude would change to Piggy, like just saying that, but that'd be it. And the more we thought about it, just the funnier it became. And I don't know, somebody has to make that come to life because that sounds pretty amazing.
It does. It truly does. Sean49 Doctor says NC for the Hunt for Red October, and thank you, Grouchy. I see they said you're doing an awesome job, Heather. Thank you, Grouchy.
You are doing an awesome job. It's a really good movie. I love that movie. I don't know how much I could add for an NC review, but if anyone hasn't seen it, go see it. It's a really damn good movie.
Adam80, thank you for the $2 super chat. I was frozen yesterday.
Well, half Christ.
Amazing. Cartoon Dictator asks, Macy Wu or Amity Blight? Or Marcy Wu, sorry.
Is Marcy Wu... Let me see. Sounds familiar. Oh, that's right. From, whatchamacallit, Amphibia. And who's the other one?
Amity Blight.
Oh, Amity is from, whatchamacallit?
Owl House?
Owl House, yeah. Amity. I really like that character.
Okay. Fantastic. Shark Repellent, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug and Heather, hope all is well. Potential NC review, the film of the Kendrick brothers, Fireproof, Courageous, War Room.
Is that the one Brad did? I think that's more up his alley. He does a lot more of those, and he does them very, very well. I don't think I could add anything to him.
Shadow, thank you for the $20 super chat. Have you ever seen the Wishmaster films, and have you ever considered doing a review for them of Halloween? The first one has a cheesy, so bad it's good vibe, and beyond it not being in Maine, it feels like a 90s S King film.
I've seen parts of it, and what I saw was pretty entertaining. Maybe. I should sit down and watch all of that. What's it called? The Wishmaker? Was that it?
Yeah, Wishmaster.
Wishmaster. Yeah, because that is one of those that I think has a little bit of a following. That would be kind of fun.
The Paint Tuffer, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, big fan growing up. Wanted to ask, since the TMNT franchise is turning 40 in May, are you going to review something to commemorate that?
I mean, I guess I could do the new movie. Not a bad idea. Maybe I will.
Caleb, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. What's your favorite Family Guy moment?
Man, there are some good ones. I mean, I almost want to say just all of the Star Wars parodies. I think in the third one where, Lois comes out as Leia in the Ewok village, and he's like, wait, if they gave you a new outfit, well, yeah, they just had new clothes lying around, but they actually insisted that you change it. Well, the others were doing it. What, and they redid your hair too? And she goes, what can I say? It's not as good as Empire. I thought that was so funny.
Moonfrost, thank you so much for that subscription on Twitch. Welcome on in. Appreciate that. Grayman Media, thank you for the $2 super chat. Yo, Doug, got another look for Royce's Rental.
Royce's Rental.
Royce's Rental. Yep, there it is. Doctor Who Critic, thank you for the £2 super chat. Would you ever do an NC for Doctor Who?
I haven't seen enough, and that's another one. It's like Dragon Ball. There's just so many that I don't even know how I would start or where I would find the time to start. But I do kind of, because I heard really good things. I have seen the Blink episode and I've seen the Van Gogh episode, which are very, very good. But I haven't seen anything past that.
Keep in mind, chats, both of you, we are ending in just a couple of minutes. So we appreciate you and we appreciate the love, but we may not get to every single one of these that are flooding in here. The King, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey Doug, I've been watching you since 2008, Nostalgia Ween, commercials, top 11s, and any old videos to the present. Keep it up, my man. Question, ever plan on doing another Nostalgia F Up Part 4? Good times.
Well, thank you so much.
And
at this point, it has to be like part 8, man. I'm sure we've had a ton, but I hated doing the douchey voice. It just got my nerves.
Not Toxic, thank you for that subscription on Twitch. Appreciate it. Welcome on in. Leprechaun Farmer, thank you for the $5 super chat. Did you hear about what happened with the creator of Ren and Stimpy? And if so, do you separate the art from the artist?
For me, it's a case-by-case basis. I mean, Ren and Stimpy is so amazing to me and defines so much of what I love about animation stuff. For that, I can. For someone like Bill Cosby, I can't, because so much of his shtick is, I'm such a good guy, I'm a family guy, I'm so wholesome, and I can't separate that. So, I don't know. I get people who can't separate them, but for me, it's a case-by-case thing.
Apollo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever seen Breaking Bad, and what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. I like Better Call Saul better, but I do like Breaking Bad.
And this has got to be the last one, chat. So sorry. Adam, thank you for the $10 super chat. I got here late, so I don't know if someone brought this up, but did you notice that there's a portrait of Bill Cosby in Superman 2 when Zod does his kneel before Zod quote?
We were looking at that is that Cosby? We were kind of scratching our heads. Why would he? So I don't know. I just kind of overlooked it because I wasn't sure if it was him, but we had big question marks over our head at that point.
Yes, for sure, for sure. All right, everyone. Well, that's it for us today. Thank you so much, as usual, for hanging out with us. We super appreciate it. I know that YouTube is on a delay, so I'm gonna try to not make this abrupt, but I don't know if I can, because I don't quite know how to measure out some of this. I don't know.
As well.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, If you are on Twitch, we are going over to raid Miss Tamara Chambers. We always love going over there and saying hello to her. So we're going to go be raiding Tamara on Twitch right now. YouTube, we're going to start trying something else maybe. So keep your eyes peeled for not just this Wednesday one, but something else might pop up, okay? And if you are looking for this kind of content, we do have content 5 days a week over on our Twitch channel. So come on and hang out over there, twitch.tv/channelawesome. We have a great time, and we have content there Monday through Friday. Not just Doug. If you're looking for Walter to talk to about some of the fanscription stuff, he'll be there, you know? So anyway, hope we'll see you all later. Have a wonderful evening. Bye!
Bye!